friends, back here with module 2 of the reported speech. In module 1, we had seen the 5 changes that take place. And now, in module 2 of the direct and indirect speech, we are doing change number 2. That is, change in the tense of the direct speech, or change in the tense of the reported verb, or what you and I refer to as the andar ka verb. Now, if the reporting verb, that means bahar ka verb, is in the past tense, like here, Nitin said, I am happy now. As it is clear, said is in the past tense, then the tense of the direct speech will change, or the tense of the andar ka verb will change. Nitin said that he was happy then. Am changed to was. But if the reporting verb is in the present tense or in the future tense, for example, Nitin says, I am happy. Right? You can see that. And in that case, in the indirect speech, the tense of the reported verb or the tense of the andar ka verb will not change. Nitin says that he is happy. Am and is both are present tense. Similarly, in the future tense, Nitin will say I am happy. Can you see? Will say is the future tense. So, the tense of the direct speech or the tense of the reported verb or the tense of the andar ka verb will not change. Nitin will say that he is happy. Again, am and is are the same, the present tense. So we can comfortably say, bahar ka tense past to hich andar change kar. Right? If and only if the tense of the reporting verb is in the past, then the tense of the reported verb will change. Bahar ka tense past to hich andar change kar. Moving on, continuing with how will the tense change. Now, if the reporting verb is in the past, then how will the tense of the reported verb change? Very, very simple. Present changes to past. Simple present becomes simple past. As you can clearly see, eat becomes ate. Fantastic. Next sentence. Present continuous will change to past continuous. Am eating became was eating. Clear. Very, very easy. Now, present perfect changes to past perfect. As you can see, have eaten has become had eaten. And present perfect continuous becomes past perfect continuous. Have been eating has become had been eating from the direct to the indirect speech. Also, the simple past changes to the past perfect. Ate has become had eaten, as you can clearly see. So, this is the way the tenses will change in the reported speech, provided bahar ka tense is past. Then what do? Present ko tu past mein kar, past ko tu past perfect mein kar, am, is, are, was, were mein badal, have or has ko had mein badal. All these changes we have expressed in this simple form. Clear? Moving on, my dear friends. Now, continuing with the tense change, what happens to the auxiliary verbs? Can, will, may, shall. What happens to these modal auxiliaries? Let's see what happens. Can changes to could, from the direct to the indirect. All this happens provided the reporting verb is in the past tense. Will changes to would, as you can clearly see here. Awesome. Shall changes to should, as you can see from the direct to the indirect. And may changes to might. Which means I can easily carry on by saying in the sentence, may becomes might, can becomes could, will, would, shall, should. Are you enjoying this? Moving on to the last part of this. Even if the reporting verb or the bahar ka verb is in the past tense, but if the direct speech expresses habit, proverb or universal truth, the tense of the reported verb or the andar ka verb will not change. For example, Nitin said, children like to play. habitual action, or maybe universal truth. Exactly. So there is no change. Let's take a proverb. Fantastic. Honesty is the best policy. Yes, it's a proverb. So there is going to be no change. And let's take a universal truth. Here we are. The sun is round in shape. So Nitin said that the sun is round. You can't say that the sun was round. So continuing, the tense of the direct speech does not change if it expresses habit, proverb, or universal truth. How can we say it? There's no change for all the proverbs, habitual actions, universal truths. Sir, can we do it all together? Absolutely. Let's do it all together, and let's do the reported rap by Behram sir. Here we are. बाहर का टेंस पास्ट तो हिच अंदर चेंज कर. प्रेजेंट को तू पास्ट में कर. पास्ट को तू पास्ट परफेक्ट में कर. एम इज आर वाज वर में बदल. हैव और हैज को हैड में बदल. इन द सेंटेंस may becomes might, can becomes could, will, would, shall, should. There's no change for all the proverbs, habitual actions, universal truths. So my dear friends, this was the reported rap, and it's going to make things really simple. See you back in the next module